Welcome students. Today I am going to teach you about the sentence. देखो मेन चीज़ क्या है ग्रामर के अंदर, पहला वर्ड टॉपिक ही क्या है, सेंटेंस. द सेंटेंस. अगर आपको इसको नॉलेज होगी तो आप जो है आगे ग्रामर के रूल्स इजीली अंडरस्टैंड करते चलेंगे. ओके, द फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज द सेंटेंस. व्हाट अ सेंटेंस इज? द सेंटेंस Sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. जिस सेंटेंस को हम उसी को कहते हैं जो ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स जो है जिनसे हमें पूरी कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हेन वी से द सन rises in the east, it means that it is giving the full information and making a complete sense. Okay. Other things about sentence, you know that it should always start with a capital letter. A sentence always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, a question mark. It can be, or it can be an exclamatory mark. Simple sentences always end with a full stop. But when we do ask questions, then it ends with an interrogative sentences, you know. Then it ends with question mark. And some sentences that are exclamatory sentences, they always end with an exclamatory mark. Okay. Other thing about sentences that they always carry a verb. A sentence always has a verb in it, like rises here. It has a verb, it is a verb, so a sentence always has a verb. Now come to the next topic, that is type of sentences. Type of sentences. The first type is declarative sentences. Declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are simple sentences that declare something. Like when we said first the sentence like the sun rises in the east, it declares something, so it is said to be a declarative sentence. The sun rises in the east. It is a declarative sentence. Next sentence, example. The children, the boys are playing. The boys are playing in the ground. The boys are playing in the ground. It is a simple sentence or a declarative sentence that carries a verb playing, and it declares that the boys are playing here in the ground. So it is a declarative sentence. So simple sentences are declarative sentences. The next type of sentences that comes are imperative sentences. Imperative sentences. Imperative sentences. Imperative sentences are those sentences in which there is some command, wish, when we do a wish or a do order or a request, then they are imperative sentences. For example, first we take an example of like imperative sentences, a command or order type. Command or order type. When we make some order or command, then it is an imperative sentence. Example, shut the door. Okay, we can say to anyone, Ram, shut the door. Then what we are doing? We are giving command or an order. Okay, so this type of sentence is imperative sentence when we make some order or a command. Other examples can be like when the teacher orders the students to do their homework, or when the teacher says like Sita, write on the blackboard, she's giving an order, or when the commander in the army gives order. So these all types of sentences are imperative sentences. Okay, after that comes, in imperative sentences come the next that are request. Okay, when we make request to someone, so what we say? We always say, please give me my book, please give me your pen. What we are requesting, what we are doing? Requesting. We are requesting that person. Okay, so when we request, then it is also an imperative sentence. Like when we say what the sentence like, Ram, do this, shut the door. Okay, Ram, shut the door. Then what we are doing? We are giving him the order. But when we say, Ram, please shut the door, then we are making a request. So it is a request type of sentence, and it will also come in imperative sentence. So the imperative sentence conclude what? One type of that are order. Second type, request type sentences. And now comes a third type in imperative, that is wish. When we make a wish like help the poor, we are help the needy. What we are wishing? Okay, I wish that I were the leader, great leader. I were a great leader. So when we make a wish, we are, that sentences are called imperative sentences. When we make a wish, order, or a request. Okay, this was the second type of sentences. Now comes the third type. Third type of sentences are interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are those sentences in which there is a question. Okay, that asks question. They are very simple to understand because they always end with a question mark. For example, where do you live? Simple example, where do you live? It will end with a question mark. Or what is your name? That is also a question. What is your name? So it is also asking a question. So it ends with a question mark. Okay, this was the third type of sentence, that is interrogative sentence. Now comes a fourth type of sentence, that is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentences are those sentences that express a sudden feeling. Okay, that express a sudden feeling. Like when we see something beautiful or a scenery we see, which is very beautiful. So what comes in our mind, the words which come in our mind are, what a beautiful sight it is. Okay, what we say, what a beautiful sight it is. Say na, like this we say. Okay, these sentences always end with an exclamatory mark. Okay. Okay, when we see a rose and smell it, then we get happy, and what we say, we express how we express our feeling. How beautiful. What we say, how beautiful this rose smells. So it is also expressing our feeling. So it also ends with an exclamatory mark. Okay, this was the fourth type of sentence, that was exclamatory sentence. Now today we learned how many types of sentences, about the types of sentences, and what next topic is that what is a phrase, and the topic next one is phrase. What is a phrase? Phrase is also one or two, three words. But what is the difference between a phrase and a sentence is that a phrase does not make a complete sense. It makes sense, but not a complete sense. Like we say at home. When we say at home, it is a phrase. It makes sense. At home means we are ghar par hai. But when we say, but it does not give us a full information or a sense that who is at home. Okay. When we say Ram is at home, then it makes a complete sense that who is at home? Ram. So Ram is at home is a sentence, while at home is a phrase. So this is the difference between them. Sentence will always start with a capital letter, okay, and it can be end with a question mark, full stop, or with an exclamatory mark. And the other thing is that phrase does not include a verb, but it has some verb in it. Some sentence has some verb. Okay, so this is the difference between a phrase and a sentence. Okay, now tomorrow I will give you the next session on about the again about the subject and the predicate. So what are the subject, what is the subject, and what is the predicate. Okay, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe it. Thank you.